What is up, guys? Cosmic Contender here for another video on Godot basics. This will be on the PathFollow2D and the Path2D nodes. So as you see here, we have the Godot SVGs moving around. I have one doing a loop, one doing back and forth, and then again over here. This is a loop, and this is back and forth. And so we're going to go over how we can do both of these methods using a PathFollow and a Path2D node, and what are the benefits these nodes can give you. All right, like always, we got to do some setup. So we want to create a node 2D. We're going to name it world, and then we're going to add a Path2D node and duplicate that as well. And inside of each, we want a PathFollow2D. Again, another PathFollow2D. As well as a sprite 2D and another sprite 2D. So I'll do two of these for now, save our world scene. Let's get our grid on here, and we want to click on the second path, and we're going to uncheck the curve, and we can keep the path here, but it's because the curve, when you duplicate, this isn't unique. So actually what we could have done, I will also show you, so we can undo. So Control Z, go back here, open this, make unique, and now both of these curves will be separate. So we can go, and so we want to go and to our Path2D, make sure you're clicked onto this curve, and then click Add Point, and you'll add points. And so I'm going to go out 3 big boxes and then 2 down. It doesn't matter exactly when you're following along, but this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it again over on this one as well. And go 3, 2. Okay. Oop. Misclicked that one. All right. So now they're both the same. Let's get our icons on here. So they're kind of big. So I'm going to go in here. Change the scale, so on our transform on the sprite 2D, and make it 0.5, so it's easier to see, 0.5. And if we hit play, it's going to do absolutely nothing. Let's see if it will load. Oh, there you go. So yeah, they're on the path, but they're not moving on the path. So we needed to get the script to do some of that. So we should add, so I'm going to call this one loop, and this one back and forth. Okay, so let's add a script for back and forth as well as a script for the loop. We could inherit it, but just for this part, we're just going to do it. So as you notice, there's some properties on here. We got progress, which goes by pixels, and progress ratio, which goes 0 to 1. So for now, I'm just going to do the progress ratio. So in the process function, I'm going to do 0.5. So because delta, so every frame we call this, and we're going to add 0.005. Okay, so if we hit, we save, and we hit play, you'll notice this one will start moving. Okay, so let's copy this code, go to our back and forth, okay, add it, hit play, and they will both actually loop. So we need to change this to do a back and forth. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is check the loop, save, and then as you will play. So now it will go one time and it will stop. Okay. Which is great. Now we want to check. We want to add a variable inside our back and forth called direction. And make it equal to 1, and then we'll just times this by 1, and then if progress ratio is equal to 1. Oh, I can't seem to hit my colon key. Direction is equal to -1. And then we don't want to do an else because otherwise it'll just keep resetting. we want to do progress ratio is equal to 0, so 0, and direction is equal to 1. All right, so we want to make the direction go one way, and then this, oh, I made this one. Let's change that back to direction. Awesome. Okay, so now if we hit play, this should swap once we get to the end of the loop. And there you go. So now we see it swap. Okay, one other thing I want to show is instead of using progress ratio, using progress. So progress, this is better if you want a constant speed no matter the size of the path. So the Path2D can be longer than what we have currently. And we'll just do 2. It'll go pretty fast. Well, actually, I guess it's slower than what we're doing here. But if we were to, it would go the same speed. Let's go to our editor. Let's say we duplicate this, and we will change, we'll make this make unique, and then actually let's just delete it, make a new one, and then let's start here and add it down to here and save. Okay, so this is our looping one. If we hit play, it's going the same speed as the one right here. Okay, but if we change to the progress ratio and save, this will go slower, and this one will technically go faster because, well, maybe not. Well, let's go see. It might actually just be going faster if we really increase how far this path goes, which will go off screen, but you'll notice that it goes really, really fast. So the longer our path, if we use the path ratio, it will complete the loop in the same amount of time based on how our code is working, if that makes sense. But if we do the progress, then we are just adding it by pixels, as you see here. It shows pixels and then progress ratio. Okay, a couple other things you can mess around with is the offsets. So let's say we could have 10. So that offsets it horizontal, and then we can do it by 10 as well here. So it will go more on the inner side. So let's actually make this -10 and horizontal -10. So what you should see is it will kind of shift where this loop is going. So let's go play. So it's hard to kind of tell, but that's what's happening there. Let's reset that on our PathFollow2D. One thing we check here is the rotate. So right now, if we look right here, this one will rotate, but this image is not rotating. And cubic interpolate is just the speed it turns. So you're not going to see any difference there. All right, and then another reason you might want to do the back and forth is, let's say we do this similar thing here. Let's move our, where is our path on this one? Let's go and move it back just up here. And let's duplicate this one as well. Let's get rid of the path, add a new path, and we'll just add it right here. Go, save, and we will see the benefit of using the back and forth depending on what we need. So as we end, it goes back up. So it just depends on what we're needing as the use case. But let's say we want to make a guide patrol from one point to another point. That would be a perfect way to use the PathFollow2D on the back and forth. And if it's a loop, then we can also just use a loop. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the importance of the Path2D node or how you can utilize it in any games, please leave a comment on what you want to learn. If you want to learn more nodes in Godot, please leave a comment as well. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.